Dear students, so now let us see this question. So a particle suspended from a vertical spring oscillates 10 times per second. So at the highest point of oscillation, spring becomes unstretched. So find the maximum speed of the block and find the speed when spring is stretched by 0.2 centimeters. That is the question. Clear? So in the data, so this is the mass which is attached. So in the data itself it is given frequency of oscillation is 10 hertz. Clear? Then again what he gave, at the highest point of oscillation, spring becomes unstretched. So let us try to understand what is the meaning of this one. Sima. So this is the initial position of the spring. Initial condition when there is no mass which is attached. Then in this condition, it will be in unstretched position. Clear? So what is meant by unstretched position? There is no elongation, so its original mean position will be this much. Now if I suspend a mass to this spring, then what will happen? So this spring will elongate by a small distance of, so let the distance elongated by x. Clear? And how can I calculate this x? So we know that on this mass two forces are acting. Weight of this mass is acting downwards, mg. Kx, restoring force, is acting in upward direction. So equate both of them. So Kx is equal to mg. So therefore x is equals to mg divided by k. So this is the elongation produced when we are attaching a mass of m. So now the question is, if I further pull this body downwards and release, then it will oscillate along which mean position? Okay, ma? Now here we have two mean positions. So this is the first position of the spring and this is the second position of the spring. Clear, ma? Okay. So clear? Now if I pull this body further downwards and release, definitely we have discussed previously, no? It will oscillate along the new mean position. Along this mean position it will oscillate. Clear? So it is given that spring becomes unstretched when it reaches the highest point of oscillation. So here what is the highest point of oscillation? So spring becomes unstretched at this position. Okay, and this he gave, it is the highest point of oscillation, or amplitude of the spring is A. Clear? And what is this distance? This distance is nothing but x only, no? Clear? So indirectly he gave that previously what was the elongation produced, with the same amplitude the body is oscillating. That is the meaning of this one. It means from here I am pulling this spring downwards by a distance of x and I have released this one. So therefore from the mean position upwards also it will move by the same distance of x. That is the meaning of this one. So therefore here mg by k I can write to be A also. Okay? Okay. Now let us see what is the first question he is asking. First question he is asking is, what is the maximum speed of the block? So maximum speed already we have discussed, it is equals to A into omega. Clear, ma? So therefore maximum amplitude is A into omega. A value already we have calculated, which is mg divided by k. So mg by k into omega. Clear? But k value is not given. So what can I do? K value, already we have studied that k is equals to m omega square. So substitute that value there. So therefore I can write mg divided by m omega square into omega. So m and m, omega, this square and omega gets cancelled. So V max is how much? It is equal to g divided by omega. Clear? And g value he said us to take it as a pi square. Why pi square? G value is 9.8, approximately 10, no? So pi square also will have same value. Pi is 3.14. So 3.14 multiplied by 3.14, almost it will have same value of that of g only. Clear? So therefore pi square divided by omega, how I can write? 2 pi into f. So pi square get cancelled. So therefore pi divided by 2 into frequency, already he gave, it is 10. Okay? So therefore pi by 20 meters per second. So this is the answer for our first question. Okay? So this is the maximum velocity with which this body will oscillate. And that maximum velocity always exists at the mean position, no? So here when this body reaches to this, which position? Not this position, this position. To this new mean position, then our velocity will be maximum. Clear? Okay. Now let us study the second question also. What is the second question? Find the speed when spring is stretched by 0.2 centimeters. Clear? So So for calculating speed, we have two relations. No? One relation of speed is v is equals to a omega cos omega t is one relation. Another relation is v is equals to omega into square root of a square minus x square. This is another relation. So v is equals to omega into square root of a square minus x square. This is the velocity depending on displacement. And displacement already he gave 0.2. So definitely I will use that equation for velocity. So v is equals to omega into square root of a square minus x square. This relation I will use. So a value is not given, so how I can calculate? Previously we have calculated, no? A is equals to mg divided by k. So mg divided by k can be written as m omega square. M gets cancelled. So g by omega square can be written as 4 pi square into f square, because omega value is 2 pi into f. G and pi square get cancelled. So a is equals to 1 by 400, because frequency is given as 10, no? 10 tens are 100, 4 into 10 is 400. So this is 1 by 400 meters. So 1 by 400 meters, how can I write in terms of centimeters? Because their displacement is given in centimeters only, no? So meters, 100 centimeters, so 1 by 4. So therefore I can write 0.25 centimeters. Clear, ma? Now substitute in this relation. So v is equals to omega into square root of a square minus x square. So therefore omega value 2 pi into f value is 10. So multiplied by square root of a value is how much? 0.25 whole square minus x value. X value already it is given, no? 0.2. So 0.2 whole square. So if I do this calculation total, the answer which you should get is 15.4 centimeters per second. So this is the answer for velocity of the particle when it is at a position of 0.2 centimeters from the main position. Clear, ma? Come on. Now let us see this question, ma. So this is a frictionless surface. All surfaces are considered to be frictionless. So this is a spring whose spring constant is k and a mass of m is present, and initially this spring is present in relaxed position or unstretched position. So here there is a mass of 2m which is traveling with a velocity of v. So it is given that after collision these blocks will stick together. So what is meant by sticking together? So it means that this is a perfectly inelastic collision. Okay, then we are supposed to find out what will be the amplitude of motion of this system. So here amplitude of motion is nothing but what is the maximum compression produced in the spring. So I can calculate like that also. Clear, ma? Now whether it is an elastic collision or an inelastic collision, momentum is always conserved, no? Clear? So therefore writing momentum equation, what can I write? So m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equals to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Clear? So therefore what is the mass of this one? 2m, and velocity is v, and this total momentum will become 0 because it is in rest position. So 0 is equal to, finally what is happening? Both the bodies, they are sticking together. So sticking together means now they will start traveling with a common velocity. So therefore both the masses, I can write 2m plus m is 3m, and velocity is v dash. Clear? Common velocity v dash. So mass and mass gets cancelled. So therefore v dash is equals to 2v divided by 3. So this is the velocities with which these blocks will start compression in the spring. Clear, ma? So therefore what is the maximum compression? At maximum compression what will happen? So just after sticking together, this spring is in relaxed position. It means that there is no potential energy still which is stored in this system. Clear, ma? Now the blocks have only kinetic energy. And in the time of compression, that is at the time of maximum compression, this total kinetic energy possessed by these blocks will be converted into potential energy. So therefore we can use the law of conservation of mechanical energy. What is the law of conservation of mechanical energy? K1 plus U1 is equals to K2 plus U2. This is the value. Clear? So initial kinetic energy, blocks have initial kinetic energy. So half into what are their masses? 3m. And what are their velocities? Velocities are 2v divided by 3 whole square. So initial potential energy is 0. Final kinetic energy is 0. Why final kinetic energy is 0? Because at the instant of maximum compression, all the bodies are in rest position. Clear, no? And what is U2? Final potential energy. So only spring has potential energy. So I can write half k x square. X is nothing but compression, no? And maximum compression, I can write it as amplitude. So amplitude square. So half and half gets cancelled. Clear? So therefore, what can I write? So 3m into 4v square divided by 9 is equals to k into a square. So 3 1s are 3 3s are, so 4mv square divided by 3 is equals to, or by 3k is equal to a square. So therefore a value is how much? So 2v into square root of m by 3k. Clear? So this is our answer. So this is our answer for maximum amplitude produced in this spring. Clear? Make a note of this one. Dear students, now let us see this question. So the system oscillates vertically. So this system is oscillating vertically. So this is a capital M and this is a mass small m, which is placed on this capital M on a spring whose spring constant is k. Clear? Then the first question is, find the resultant force on smaller block at a displacement x above the equilibrium. So above the equilibrium, if this system has gone upwards by a distance of x, then in that position, so what is the resultant force acting on the small block? Clear, ma? So let us see. So for example, if you take this capital M, for example, if this is our capital M, clear? So on this one, a mass of small m is present, and let us consider this was our equilibrium position. Clear? So this was our equilibrium position. So above the equilibrium position, masses were displaced by a displacement of x. Clear? So when masses get displaced by a displacement of x, then what is the acceleration produced in the masses? So already we have calculated, no? So acceleration produced, so a is directly proportional to minus x. So, or I can write a is equals to minus of omega square into x. So omega indicates direction here. So just if I write magnitude, so a is equals to omega square into x. Clear, ma? So this is the acceleration experienced by the masses. Now this is the acceleration experienced by which mass? So is it the acceleration experienced by capital M or small m? Clear? So both of them, they will experience the same acceleration, no? So both of them, they were displaced by same displacement from the main position. So therefore, acceleration in this total system produced is a. This is the acceleration. Clear? So if acceleration produced is a, then what I am supposed to find out? Resultant force. Clear? It means the net force which is acting on this small m. Clear? Who produces acceleration? Always net force can only produce acceleration. This we have been discussing again and again. Clear, ma? So net force always produces acceleration. Clear? So therefore, net force acting is equals to mass into acceleration. So I can write net force acting is equals to mass of the small is a capital M, and mass of this small m is a small m. And what is meant by acceleration? Acceleration is nothing but omega square into x. Clear? But is omega value given here? Omega value is not given. Then what can I do? Omega value is not given. Now what can I do? So very simple. So omega can be written as 2 pi by capital T, no? So therefore what can I write? So m into, so omega square can be written as 2 pi by capital T whole square multiplied by x. So therefore m into, so 4 pi square divided by T. How I can write? T I can write like this, no? So T is equals to 2 pi root m by k. Clear? But here two masses are present, so total mass will become m plus m divided by k. Clear, ma? So therefore, T how can I write? I can write, so this is square, no? So 4 pi square, and these values, they will go to the numerator. So k divided by capital M plus small m multiplied by x. Clear, ma? So this is the force which is acting on this small m. So therefore, what is the total value of force? I can write T is equals to, so F is equals to mkx divided by m plus capital M. Clear, ma? So this is the net resultant force which is acting on small m. Clear? So if displacement is x, then acceleration produced is omega square into x, and who produces acceleration? Only net force can produce acceleration. So mass into acceleration, acceleration is omega square, omega into x, omega value is 2 pi by capital T, T value this one. So that is how we got this answer. Clear, ma? So now let us go for the next question. Next question is find the normal force on a smaller block at this position. So this is our second question, and second question we have one more question that we will solve afterwards. So find the normal force on a smaller block at this position. At which position? At a displacement of x. Clear ma? So let us see. So let us solve second question, first question in the second question. So therefore if I take this one as my small m, so what are the different forces which are acting? Its weight mg will be acting downwards, and normal reaction given by capital M will be acting on small m. So this is the direction of normal reaction, and acceleration will be in downwards direction. This is the acceleration. Clear? So therefore according to Newton's law, how I can write mg minus n is equals to mass into acceleration. So therefore n value is equals to m into g minus a. Clear ma? So a value already we have calculated, no? So equate both of them. So acceleration will become kx divided by capital M plus small m. So therefore n is equals to m into g minus acceleration can be written as kx divided by capital M plus small m. Clear? So this is the acceleration which is this is the normal reaction which is acting on small m. Clear? Now let us go for the second question in second question. So when is the force smallest? When is the force? Force or normal reaction? So I think it is normal reaction. It is not force ma. So let me see the question. When is this force? Okay. So when is this force? So what is meant by this force? This force means normal reaction. So in which condition this normal reaction will be smallest in magnitude? Clear? So this normal reaction will be smallest in magnitude when x value is maximum. This is understandable, no? So kx into capital M into small m we are subtracting from g. So if kx by m plus m, if it is maximum, the normal reaction will become minimum. And what is the maximum value of x there? Maximum value of x is a. So therefore when x is equal to a, then n will become n minimum. This is how I can write. Clear ma? So n becomes n minimum when x value becomes equal to a. So therefore substitute here and find out the minimum normal reaction. So n minimum is equals to m into g minus ka divided by capital M plus small m. So this is the relation of minimum normal reaction which I got. Are you able to understand? So this is our equation for second question. Now let us see one more question is also there, no? So the next question is what is the maximum amplitude with which the two blocks may oscillate together? This is the question. Clear? So first of all make a note up to here, then we will study the next question. The third question is what is the maximum amplitude with which the two blocks may oscillate together? What is meant by together? So what is the maximum amplitude that can move so that they can return together? It means that, so at the maximum amplitude what will happen? The body will experience maximum acceleration, no? Because already we have studied that. So acceleration is directly proportional to minus x. Clear ma? So if x value is becoming maximum, then a also will become maximum. So when a becomes equal to, when a is less than or equal to g, so only in this condition the bodies will not lose contact. How? Let us explain. Sima. So for example, if a value, that is acceleration produced in this system because of maximum amplitude, if this a value is greater than g, then what will happen? This block it is connected to the spring, no? So it will come down definitely with this acceleration because this small m is connected to the string, and definitely it can come down. Okay? But this small m, it is not connected to capital M, no? It is just placed on capital M. So therefore, what is the maximum acceleration with which a small m can come down? It can freely fall only with an acceleration of g only. Clear? But this block, it is coming down with an acceleration greater than g. So definitely these blocks will lose contact. Are you able to understand, ma? So then what is the maximum acceleration with which these bodies can come down? Maximum acceleration with which these bodies can come down is a is equal to g. Only with this acceleration both the bodies should come down. Clear? When both of them, when they are coming down with an acceleration of a is equal to g, then what about the normal reaction between these two bodies? Normal reaction will become 0. Why normal reaction becomes 0? Because small m is now a freely falling body. It is falling with an acceleration of g. So if a body is falling with an acceleration of g, then that body does not have any weight. Clear? So capital M loses its weight. It doesn't lose its mass, it loses its weight. So there is no component of weight which is acting on capital M. So capital M also cannot give any amount of normal reaction. Clear ma? So therefore normal reaction should become 0 when these blocks, when they are coming down with maximum acceleration of A is equal to G. Clear? Now for normal reaction already we have calculated a relation, no? So m into G minus of Ka divided by m plus m. So in which condition normal reaction can become 0? Normal reaction can become 0 when magnitude wise G and Ka divided by m plus m when they are equal. Clear? Because when they are equal, total sum will become 0, then normal reaction between them will become 0. That's all, no? So therefore what can I write? I can write, so G should be equal to Ka divided by m plus m. Clear ma? So therefore A is equals to m plus m into G divided by K. So this is the equation for maximum amplitude with which these blocks can oscillate. Clear? That's all. Dear students, now let us see this question. So this is a spring which is attached to this vertical system, and spring is attached to capital M. Capital M is present on a frictionless surface, and on capital M a mass of a small m is present, and there is a friction between capital M and small m, and coefficient of friction is mu. Clear? Then what we are supposed to find out, if a system is slightly displaced and released, find the time period. Clear ma? So if system is slightly displaced and released, then capital M starts accelerating towards the main position. So along with that, small m also should accelerate. And who will provide acceleration for small m? Friction will provide the acceleration. Are you able to understand ma? So let us try to understand this one. So if this is capital M, clear? So if it is moves in this direction with an acceleration of A, then small m also should move in the same direction with an acceleration of A. Clear? So who provides this acceleration for capital M? Friction between small m and capital M will provide the acceleration. Clear? So initially slightly displaced, no? So acceleration produced is also very less. So if acceleration produced is very less, then the friction necessary also is very less. Because on this small m, the only one force which is acting is friction, which is producing the acceleration. Clear? So therefore, if it is small m, clear? So only friction is providing the acceleration, which is mass into acceleration. Are you able to understand ma? So therefore, what is the time period I can write? So both of them, they are moving as a single body, no? And they are moving as a single body because of friction. So for the first condition, time period can be written as 2 pi root m by k. Here m is a total m plus m divided by k. So this is the answer for the first question. Clear? So why I am writing m plus m here? Because both the bodies, they move as a single body. Okay? Why they are moving as a single body? Because of friction. Clear? Okay. Now let us see the second question. So find the magnitude of frictional force between the blocks when the displacement from the mean position is x. So this we are supposed to find out. Clear ma? So when displacement of these blocks from the mean position is x, then what will be the acceleration experienced by this capital M? This experiences an acceleration of A is equals to omega square into x. Minus I am not writing here because minus represents just direction. So therefore, capital M experiences an acceleration of A is equals to omega square into x. Clear ma? Then small m also should move with the same acceleration, no? Small m also should move with same acceleration. And again, who provides that acceleration? That acceleration is again provided by friction only. Clear ma? So therefore, the same acceleration should be experienced by small m also. So therefore, if I write this small m, so this should move with an acceleration of A is equals to omega square into x. And who provides this acceleration? Friction provides this acceleration. Clear? So therefore, friction, how I can write? Friction is the net force which is acting on this small m, and this is equals to mass into acceleration. Clear ma? So therefore here I can write, so therefore friction is equals to mass into acceleration can be written as omega square into x. So omega square into x. Clear? Now omega value is not given, no. So instead of omega I can write 2 pi by capital T. So therefore f is equals to m into, so 2 pi by capital T whole square multiplied by x. So therefore f is equals to m into, so 2 pi divided by T. And what is the time period? Now also they are moving like a single body, no. So again time period remains to be same, 2 pi into square root of m plus m divided by k. So therefore how I can write, so 2 pi into square root of m plus m divided by k whole square multiplied by x. So this is how I can write. So 2 pi gets cancelled. So f is equals to m into, this k goes to the numerator. So mkx divided by m plus m. So this is the amount of friction which is acting when the displacement is x in these bodies. Clear, ma? Now next question, third question. So this was our second question, third question. So now the question is, what is the maximum amplitude if the spring, if the upper block does not slip relative to the lower block? Clear, ma? So in which condition slipping will take place? Slipping will take place when friction is not able to support the required acceleration. Clear, ma? When displacement of the body is from the mean position, if it increases continuously, then acceleration also increases, no? Because already we have studied that acceleration is directly proportional to minus x. Clear? As the displacement from the mean position increases, acceleration also increases. Clear? So this body can move happily because this is connected to spring, no? So this mass can have any acceleration. But what about small m? Small m cannot have any acceleration because movement of a small m depends on friction. And friction cannot be limited. No, sorry, friction cannot be unlimited. So there is a maximum value of friction which is called as limiting friction. Are you able to understand? So therefore, let us try to understand this one. Clear, ma? So this small m, the maximum limiting friction which can be acting on this body is Fl. And what is Fl? Fl can be written as mu s into capital M into G. So this is the maximum friction that can be produced in small m. Clear, ma? And this friction should provide acceleration for this body. So maximum acceleration that can be produced with this limiting friction is this much. So mu s mg is equals to mass into A maximum. So this is the maximum acceleration. Clear, ma? Because limiting friction can have only a maximum acceleration of mu s n value is mg. So therefore maximum acceleration which it can produce is m into A max. Clear? Fl is equals to mu s mg is equals to m into A max. Clear? So therefore acceleration, when it will be maximum, when amplitude is maximum, because already we have studied, no, acceleration is directly proportional to x. So when x is maximum, A is also maximum. So let that maximum amplitude be A. Clear? So therefore how can write? I can write, so mu s mg is equals to m into omega square into A. Are you able to understand, where A is the amplitude? So m and m gets cancelled. So mu s into g is equals to omega can be written as 2 pi by capital T into whole square multiplied by A. Clear? So therefore mu s into g can be written as 2 pi by T value can be written as 2 pi into square root of m by k. So I can write k divided by m plus m whole square multiplied by A. Clear? So I have written up to here. Now let us see what is the A value we will get. Okay, ma? So therefore 2 pi and 2 pi gets cancelled. So therefore mu s into g is equals to k divided by m plus m into A. So therefore A is equals to mu s g into m plus m divided by k. Clear, ma? So this is the maximum amplitude with which bodies can oscillate, so that both the bodies they can move as a single body. Are you able to understand, ma? So we can solve this problem in a second method also. Third one, second method. So what is the method of second method of solving this one? So this is the maximum acceleration with this is the maximum friction that can be produced in capital M, no? And that maximum friction I can equate to this one. So if it's instead of x, if I write A value. Clear? Because f is directly proportional to x here. Friction is directly proportional to x. So if x becomes A, then f becomes Fl. Clear? So therefore what I can do, so maximum limiting friction which is equals to mu s mg, it can also be equated to, so mka divided by m plus m. I can equate like this also. Clear ma? So therefore again this m and m gets cancelled. So again I will get the same result. So mu s into g into m plus m divided by k. Clear? So in these two methods we can do the problem. Clear? Come on, make a note of this one.